Okay, we are live, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good morning or afternoon or evening, everyone, depending on where you are. My name is Julie Weima, and I am the Executive Director of Opera Programs Berlin and the Dramatic Voices Program. Thank you so much for joining us for this masterclass, either live or after the fact. It is my great pleasure to introduce the teacher for today's masterclass. Clay Hilley has starred in roles including Siegmund, Siegfried, Radames, Tristan, Idomeneo, Canio, Eric, Florestan, Phoebus in Schmidt's Notre Dame, the drum major in Wozzeck, Dvorak's Dimitri, Paul in Die Todesstadt, and the title role in Der Zwerg. He has performed with the Deutsche Oper Berlin, Dutch National Opera, Tiroler Festspiele Erl, Atlanta Symphony and Chicago Symphony, Bilbao Symphony, Orchestra dell'Accademia Nazionale di Santa Cecilia, Theater St. Gallen, Norwegian National Opera, Salzburger Landestheater, Lyric Opera of Chicago, and has covered roles at the Metropolitan Opera. Clay is really just exploding onto the European scene as one of the most sought after performers of opera's most demanding tenor roles. It is a huge pleasure to have him with us. Clay, thank you so much for joining us, and we really look forward to working with you. You've got to unmute yourself. I muted you. Sorry.
Okay. No, just saying, happy to be here. Julie and I go way back, many years.
Way back.
What?
Way back.
Yeah, we sang, we sang together as long ago as 2004, and we've just kept in regular contact, and I consider her a great friend. And looking forward to meeting, working with you, Pierre, Isaiah, and Charlie. And so it's going to be in that order. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, and I see Pierre over there itching, ready to go. So it's going to be. So, quick question: Who?
Yeah.
Is it going to all three of you guys that sing? Because we're all going to be working on.
Yes.
Are you going to all three be the Siegmunds for the?
Yes, they are.
The performance?
Yeah, they're all working on that role.
Hi, Isaiah.
All right.
Cool.
Let's go ahead and get started. Pierre, if you can unmute yourself, let us know where you are calling from and what you'll be singing today.
Hi, everybody. I am Pierre du Toit, and I will be, I am from Pretoria in South Africa.
A pleasure.
Okay. Are we ready to start?
Yes, what are you singing?
All right, here we go.
Vergießt mir der Vater, ich fänd es in höchster Not. Waffenlos fiel ich in Feindes Haus. Seiner Rachepfand raste ich her. Ein Weib sah ich von mich umher, entzückend Bangen ziert mein Herz. Zu der mich Sehnsucht zieht, die mit süßem Zauber mich ziert. Im Zwang hält sie der Mann, der mich fehllos erhält. Wenn Oh, ist ein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das in Sturm mich schwinge. Riecht mir hervor aus der Brust das Beten, das Herz noch hegt. Was gleichst du hell im Glimmerschein, welch ein Strahl bricht aus der Essenstamm. Des blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht der Blick. Wie der Schein so hell das Herz mir senkt. Ist es der Blick der blühenden Frau, denn dort haften sich hinter sich ließ, als aus dem Saal sie schied. Mächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Aug, ihres Blickes Strahl streifte mich da, Wärme gewann ich Tag. Selig schien mir der Sonnenlicht, denn Scheitel und ließ mir ihr wonniger Glanz, bis hinter Bergen sie sank. Noch einmal da sie schied, traf mich abends ihr Schein. Selbst erraten es erschwamm, erglänzt in goldener Glut. Da bleicht die Blüte, das Licht verlischt. Nächtiges Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch lichtlose Glut.
Great. All right. Bravo, Pierre. Bravo, Pierre.
Wow.
The crowd. Actually, the crowd's not allowed to clap in Wagner, are they? But if they could clap, they would.
Sorry, I just have to stop. Thank you. Yeah, missed a couple of things there, but anyway.
It's hard. It's hard without, you know what, during that whole section, after you've done the Berrios, you've done these two, you're just basically dropping your jaw and letting it go. And, because the audience, let's be honest, by this point in time, they're waiting for this moment with all these high notes, and you nailed those. What stinks is having to get right back into it with that bricht mir hervor aus der Brust. And then remembering, and actually you did it perfectly well, remembering there's 8 beats even after it goes it tremolos for those 8 counts. So those 8 counts you nailed. There's elsewhere in the piece that obviously when you have a conductor, you won't come in late, you won't come in early, it'll be right on. So don't sweat that. Don't sweat it.
Thank you.
So we're gonna talk about language. We're gonna talk about
Good.
we're gonna talk about tongue placement. I want to invite you to sing with a little more cushion around, a more vertical approach. I'm hearing a lot of intensity kind of here in the physicality. I'm hearing I'm hearing the sound is kind of catching right here, and I want it to bloom tall and out. So back up a little bit. So up and out this way. So instead of
Brich mir hervor aus der Brust, was wütet das Herz.
I want to hear more relaxation in the tongue, and I'll give you exercises for it. I want to hear
Brich mir hervor aus der Brust, was wütet das Herz.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it tumbling up and out. And right now it's coming up, and there's not quite enough breath to give it that propulsion out. Great. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Hang on a minute. I'm away from I'm on vacation here, so I've got my I have my fake piano here. Why don't we go back to the top and do it a cappella?
Okay, sure.
Ein Schwert, just whenever you want to come in. And it doesn't have to be, even though it's think of it, this pitch, this F, everywhere, F, E, E flat, D. That whole upper passage area where all of our notes are written.
Yeah.
No close, we're not going to close down those vowels too much. So it's going to be a drop jaw. It's going to be cheekbones. I'm sorry.
Ein Schwert verhieß.
Give it instead of Schwert driven.
Ein Schwert.
Okay. But I try. Ein Schwert verhieß mir der Vater.
Good, great. Can you stick your tongue out for me? Can you go? Can you do the vowels? It's gonna feel really weird.
I can try.
It's fine. What are you talking about? No. I told you it's gonna feel weird. It sounded the direction we have to go. Because before it was because the tongue is when I make you do that, you have to release the tongue, and then you have to let the sound do what the sound's gonna do. And it's vulnerable and it's not controlled initially. I mean, we'll figure out how to control it and blah, 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 but it's got to have that initial. So this time, the same feeling. Do it again. We're all friends here.
All right.
Bring verticality into it instead of big fall.
Ein Schwert verhieß mir der Vater. Ich find.
Bravo. Another secret. I learned this from Mark Oswald when I was at Manhattan School of Music, and I never heard it from him. But I had never heard it from anyone before him or since him. But a fun thing to do to make us Spinto plus tenors sound really nice and like in the Corelli direction and the Giacomini direction.
Yeah, great.
Is to sing instead at the pitch levels C flat, and C sharp. So obviously all the enharmonics of obviously D flat, B natural, C natural. If you're on an A vowel, fa instead of okay, watch instead of fa, round it as though it were a perfect fifth higher. So up in the G, we're nice and flipped up the right.
Okay.
So that we're not singing a pure A. Perché non esiste above the staff. So the same thing you're going to do up above the staff. Do it at that C here. So bravo on but when you get back to fata, bring in a nice fa.
Okay. Ein Schwert verhieß mir der Vater.
Good. You're gonna hate me. Let's get the tongue back out again. Let's get for this. Let's hear it. Okay, keep going. Bravo. Now, it's okay. It's okay. I know I'm asking you to do insane things, but it's okay. You're going right with me. I love it. I love it. Do it all again with that sense of just relaxation. Your tongue's not going to be doing crazy things now, but you're going to feel that it has the freedom to, if Clay comes back and asks you to in another second. Whole phrase again. Here we go.
Ein Schwert verhieß mir der Vater, ich fänd es in höchster Not.
I like it, Pierre.
Yeah.
I want to hear the T. Ich fänd es in. I heard the D, so ich fänd
no problem.
es. Yeah, and then höchster Not. Gosh. Hang on a minute.
Ich fänd es in höchster Not.
Okay,
Right,
good.
shorten
That's fine. That's fine. I had to figure out what pitch it was. Höchster Not. I want you to experiment with. Have you ever just kind of heard some sort of piece of information? I mean, of course you have, but I mean, how many times in the last hour have you read like a headline or something, and you're like, did that just happen in the world? Is that like something we have to worry about now? There's now a monkeypox vaccine. I don't know. Like this is look at a picture of Richard Tucker singing Vickers. They had this idea of this singing face, this embouchure, and it's like a vertical rectangle. So, and you got a square right now. I want a rectangle.
No.
You got kind of square. I want expansion. The cheekbones. Yes, and the drop jaw.
Okay.
So let's forget the opening phrase. You're doing great on that. How about let's start at Ich fänd es in höchster Not. I want you to
Ich fänd es in höchster Not.
Okay, so I would advise for these umlauts, you sound like a Frenchman. so the Germans do the umlauts different. It's a more hollow sound. My voice teacher, John Frederick West, says it's just. He said he had a coach in Germany 30 years ago that broke him sounding too French with the umlauts. Höchste is not höchste. Höchste. It's the same IPA symbol, right? It's the same IPA symbol in French as in German, but the German one is just going to be more hollow instead of höchste.
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's this hollow sound.
Höchster Not.
You started to do it the right way, and then you fixed it. I mean, then you changed it. You were aiming the direction I was going, and then you changed it for some reason. So, I'm hearing.
Okay.
I'm hearing something that's too. Good. So höchster Not. I would just say höchster Not. I wouldn't worry about rolling that R.
Okay.
Not, and just drop this baritone.
Höchster Not.
Good. Waffenlos.
Waffenlos fiel ich in Feindes Haus.
Let's get these vowels. Let's get these vowels sounding more free, like we did in the first phrase with the stupid tongue exercise. Waffenlos fiel ich in Feind. I'm hearing Feindes Haus.
Okay. Waffenlos fiel ich in Feindes Haus.
And this is super picky. It's don't double dot the rhythm. It's Feindes Haus. So you're going Feindes Haus. Just make sure it's an eighth note. Feindes Haus.
Waffenlos fiel ich in Feindes Haus.
Keep going. Seiner Rache pfand.
Seiner Rache pfand verraste ich hier.
Maybe it's the Zoom connection, or maybe it's something about the pitch of the microphone. It sounded like it wasn't quite the C natural wasn't high enough. Seiner Rache pfand. This time round because we're a C natural, right? So Rache pfand.
Seine Rache fand verraste ich hier.
Good. And this time, paint that word racha, vengeance,
Okay.
with a really shorten that vowel. Forget everything you know about Italian legato for this 1 second. Seine Rache fand raste ich hier.
Seine Rache fand verraste ich hier.
Those
Okay, yeah,
Germans,
that's nice.
those Germans are gonna love that. Okay, all right, Rache fand raste ich hier, and then we go
Oh,
ein vibe. So obviously, right now, the music changes. You know how the music's changed, and you know what you're thinking about here. And that now back to ItalianSinging.com. Ein vibe.
Ein Weib sei, wann ich unter.
Let's do good. How about, I'm just being really picky, man. I'm just gonna be really picky.
yeah, no problem.
Shorten the vowel, bring the
Von nicht.
N in von ich und hier. It, because it's a double N, they're gonna be excited if you bring in that first N a little
Sure.
earlier. So shorten the vowel.
Sure.
So what I want to hear is this von ich und hier, but as much resonance and beauty as though that N, that closed off N, is a vowel itself. Von ich und hier.
Ein Weib sei, wann ich unter.
Did I get it?
I like it. And this one you can, I'm going to give you license to close down and elongate the vowel in here at the very end. Yeah, bravo on everything. Von ich und hier. It's just a little more closed.
Wann ich unter.
And
What is it? I've got the score. What is it? What note?
that's it. C sharp D and two.
Entzückend bangen ziert mein Herz.
Good. And Zücken and Bangen is going to be short too. And Zücken Bangen. So bring that NG sound and just but sing it like it's a vowel. And
Entzückend bangen ziert mein Herz.
Good. Great. Who here is an A.
Zu der mich nun Sehnsucht zieht, die mit süßem Zauber mich ziert, in Zwang als ihrer Mann, der mich verlosen hat.
Good. Bravo. I'm going to help you with Hund. So
Yeah, that's the
place that
difficult
I
one,
want.
actually.
It's okay. I'm going to make it easier. So heady, just like you're in a choir and you can't stick out in the tenor section. You're tenor one, and you no. Hear the whole thing. The feeling in your throat is going to be very light. However, the sound is going to still be full. We do that by the magic of just practicing it at repetition and just feeling the outward expansion down here around the largest part of your rib cage right here. I believe in this. I believe in expansion here because that's the biggest. That's where your lungs expand the largest. So that's where you aim your breath. That's going to be standing out. That's going to be nice and suspended out the entire time you're singing.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean the throat has to be tight. So tighten them just for fun with me. Let's just play around. Let's feel what it feels like falsetto first. Singing.
Okay.
And it's close. And it's going to help. It's going to help a lot if you close it down instead of Good. Bring a little more while you're singing it. See if you can bring weight into it little by little.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. Like you got, like you're singing a lullaby, like you're singing a lullaby to your niece or nephew or babies or kids, and they're almost asleep, and you really got to get in that hooty choral place.
Okay. So perhaps going towards an ooh, is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, Pierre. Definitely sort of ooh. Definitely. Could you get? Are you French?
No, a French ancestry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know,
Yeah.
it's like with Pierre du Toit. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was gonna invite you to actually do one of the. We're gonna invite you to do a French, a very French with the E tongue, the tongue really high,
All
and
right.
then the E, like actually do the French. And like, well, we're just building up to something here. No weight in the throat. I don't see anything wrong with that. So,
all right. So it's an E tongue with an ooh lips.
Yes, and that got it nice and that got it turned over. And how much easier did that feel? It might have sounded nice and precious, and I was actually about to correct you. And then when I realized where you were going with the full expansion of it, I was like, wait a minute, my work is done here. So, dir mich wehrlosen Hund. So, I forgot what key we're into. Hang on a minute. So it's im Zwange hält sie der Mann, der mich wehrlosen, der mich.
I'm gonna get the score.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I didn't bring my Valkyrie. That was dumb.
Yeah, no, I got a score here. I'll just bring it a bit closer. Der mich. Where is this now?
And maybe it's just C.
A D E C.
Good. And don't be afraid to go to that place. You went to the right place. You solved it, man.
Okay, yeah, that's.
And when you get to the
hood,
hood,
it's a good solution, I think.
Great. Dear me. Great. Good. The sound completely went out for me on that one. Maybe back up a touch from the. Okay. I don't know, Julie. Maybe you know what's going on. That whole phrase.
Sometimes too, when people get in really good resonant spaces, it freaks out the microphone. Like sometimes it means that you're doing it right.
We've done well.
Maybe I'm just too close.
It's good. So this time the phrase again, but I heard too much tight tongue. I need more. Dear me. Because the tongue is clamping you down on this phrase. So from the very beginning, a deep breath, all expansion out, and then the sound this way. Dear me. A nice, just baritonal, man. It's just all this stuff is baritonal. I mean, it's a baritonal roll. As we pathetically say, dear me, instead of dear me. You got a whole theater to fill. Fill it. Go. Good. And I think you only have to hold. It's only 4 beats, so don't kill yourself on that because you got some very long notes coming up, as we know, right?
Yeah, but on our track they shorten. But anyway.
And then just slap everybody in the theater with that final T.
Yeah. Sure.
And the Berrios sounded pretty good to me. Why don't we skip those now? Is that okay? They're great.
Yeah,
let's
no
just
problem.
Go, and then we'll go back when we're all done here. We'll do the whole thing again with the soundtrack in just a minute. Okay.
All right.
You want to start? You want to just start on Wo ist ein Schwert? Or wo that's the Wo ist ein Schwert?
Wo ist ein Schwert? Das starke Schwert, das in Sturm mich schwingt, bricht mir hervor aus der Brust das Wüten, das Herz noch ich.
Good. The opening vowel, don't close that down. If you're speaking German on the street, of course it's gonna be wo ist, blah blah blah. But here in that, I told you that one of the first things out of my mouth was anything F, E flat, D. I'm gonna add a D flat in this case. Wo ist ein Schwert? So don't set yourself up for wide open baritonal.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Wo ist ein Schwert?
Wo ist ein Schwert? Das starke Schwert, das in Sturm ich schwänge. Rief mir hervor.
Wo ist ein Schwert? Das starke Schwert, das in Sturm ich schwänge. It's just the pitches. Play through those pitches really quick again, just to get it in your ear. Wo ist ein Schwert? Das starkes Schwert, das in Sturm, das. Yeah.
Is that one?
It's all those. It's all those C naturals.
Yeah.
Wo ist ein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das in Sturm ich schwänge?
Are they flat or what?
They're it's almost as though it, for lack of a better phrase, I want to say it wasn't learned intentionally enough.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. No. Gosh, that might have been. I didn't mean that to come out. What I mean is just there's such short, quick notes and insignificant words that maybe just we didn't lock in on that. Just to know I don't think you don't know how to sing a C natural. I'm just saying that part of the melody hasn't sunk in yet. Das in Sturm ich schwänge. So,
Wo ist ein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das in Sturm ich schwänge, riecht mir hervor aus der Brust, was wütend.
You're singing B flats instead of C's.
Am I?
Yeah. Geschwert, das ist starkes Schwert, das im Sturm, but it's a C naturals. Wo ist ein Schwert? Das starke Schwert, das in Sturm.
Das in Sturm ich schwänge, riecht mir hervor.
I'm going to help you out also with the tempo. I know your track is going to do what your track's doing because we can't adjust that. But once you're off of those Berrios, it's going to be fast. Wo ist ein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das im Sturm ich schwänge. Maybe not that fast, but way faster than you're doing it now. And I think it's just it's an unnecessarily taxing. Don't worry about it. Let's start at Bricht. Well, let's just start at Bricht mir hervor.
Riecht mir hervor aus der Brust, was wütend, das Herz noch hegt.
I would advise you, and I think most maestros are going to advise you, that Herz is not the most important thing here. Noch hegt is. Noch hegt is, and also especially after the Berrios, you're not going to want to treat Herz with any, and it's also short vowel as we know. So I would just go noch Herz, noch hegt. So just tempo, no fermata on that G.
Okay.
Was gleich dort hell.
Riecht mir hervor aus der Brust, was wütend, das Herz noch hegt.
Was gleich dort hell.
Was gleich dort hell im Glimmerschein, welch ein Strahl bricht aus der Esse-Stamm.
Good. Too much. Speed up your vibrato on welch ein Strahl. It's just
Welch ein Strahl. Welch ein Strahl.
Unlike earlier when I was talking about rounding those things, we're not at a C anymore. So this is going to be God, monkeypox. Are you kidding me? This is going to be jaw down. This is going to be cheekbones.
Okay.
What's the word? What's the freaking word? Welch ein Strahl. Strahl. Look at that droppage on my jaw. Welch ein Strahl bricht. Yes, yes, yes. We look at a picture of Vickers and Tucker. Okay.
Yeah.
Was gleich und hell.
Was
Was gleich dort hell.
ist dort hell im Glimmerscheine? Welch ein Strahl bricht aus der Essenstamm.
I love that short vowel on Essenstamm. Great job. Des blinden Auge.
Des blinden Auge leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht der Blick.
And just like with Rache earlier, almost every time you have Lach, you can do a little Lach. You know, just paint it that way.
Lustig lacht der Blick.
That's right. And there was one thing I was going to say. There's a little sloppy rhythm thing. It's on some small notes again. Des blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz. So it's a quick. The 16th notes are really quick. It takes some effort. It takes some chewing with your mouth. It takes good breath energy. It takes some effort. So it's des blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz. So bum 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 bum. Lustig lacht der Blick.
What is it now?
You're doing fine. You were on the right pitch.
Des blinden Augen.
You're doing good. You're doing great. It's right.
Des blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht der Blick.
How does that feel? Is it fun to sing like that?
Yeah, absolutely fine. Beautiful.
Cool. Where are we at now? Ist das der Blick? Or no?
Widerschein.
Oh, Widerschein. So here. Yeah. Lay it on me.
Widerschein so her das Herz mir senkt.
Herz mir senkt.
Widerschein so her das Herz mir senkt.
Good, great. Ist das der Blick?
Ist es der Blick der blühenden Frau, denn dort haften sie
hinter sich ließ.
Dort haften sich hinter sich ließ, als aus dem Saal sie schied.
Bim, bum, bum, bum. And
5-minute warning.
Okay,
really?
good.
Nächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Aug, ihres Blickes Strahl streifte mich da, Wärme gefann ich und Tag.
Beautiful. Selig schien
mir Sonnenlicht, denn Scheitel umließ mir hier wonniger Glanz. Bis hinter Bergen sie sank.
Pitch. Bergen sie sank.
Bergen sie sank.
Good.
Noch einmal da sie schied. Traf mich abends ihr Schein, selbst der alten Essenstamm erglänzte in goldener Glut. Da bleicht die Blüte, das Licht verlischt. Nächtiges Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch lichtlose Glut.
Bravo. Bravo. Excuse me. What am I saying? I'm in Italian. That's got to be correct.
Right.
I know. What am I? Who do I think I am? So, nächtiges Dunkeldeck. It's just too. It was just too. It was too spoken. It was too parlando. Too much like you'd speak on.
Nächtiges Dunkeldeck mir.
Too much. Too much. And they're on my lazy American tongue about sometimes being a little too thick, a little too back for my L's because I'm just from the South, my L's, my last name is Hilley, I say Hilley. So they want to hear Nächtiges Dunkel,
Yes.
very thin, very frontal.
Nächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Aug.
Good. Mental note, traf is going to be a long vowel. Traf ich abends ihr Schein. Just make a mental note. Rhythm, 2 rhythm things. Das Licht verlischt. You double dotted that. Licht verlischt. No, it's Licht verlischt. And then tief in des are straight 8th notes. Those are 8th notes, not 16th. So it's tief in des Bull. Sorry, am I at the right pitch?
Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch lichtlose Glut.
All right, how much time we got, Julie?
Nothing.
Couple minutes.
Oh, couple of minutes.
Let's start it. Can you start your track about like halfway through it? Started at like somewhere around the Berrios, maybe.
I'll try.
Yeah, start it like a minute and a half in.
Okay, let me just go back to it because I went out of it. Let's see. That's after that. Sorry.
It's okay.
There we go.
Das starke Schwert, das ich schon mich schwänge, riecht mir hervor aus der Brust, was wütend, das Herz noch hegt. Was gleisterte im Glimmerschein, welch ein Strahl bricht aus der Äste-Stamm. Es blinde Auge leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht der Blick. Wie der Schein so hell das Herz mir senkt.
Ist es der Blick?
Blick der blühenden Frau, den Gott haften sich hinter sich ließ, als aus dem Saal sie schied. nächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Aug. Ihres Blickestrahl streifte mich da, Ferne gefahr Licht und Tag. Selig schien mir das Sonnenlicht, den Scheitel und ließ mir hervordiger Glanz. Bis hinter Bergen sie sank. Noch einmal, da sie schied, traf mich abends ihr Schein. Selbst der alten Essenstamm erglänzte in goldener Glut. Da bleicht die Blüte, das Licht verlischt. Nächtiges Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch lichtlose Glut.
Bravo, Pierre. Bravo, man. How did this was any of that helpful?
Yeah, it was very helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I like it if it has to sound a bit more baritone because it's more comfortable.
I mean, and the sound, it calls for it. It calls for it. It's just a nice night in the theater.
Absolutely beautiful night.
Such a nice night. So how is it being broken up? If you don't mind my asking, and everyone chime in or whatever. So are you singing one act and then maybe Isaiah singing another and Charlie?
No, everybody's doing the whole thing, and we have, I think for the Ziegmunds, we've got 3 different casts, so there will be 3 different films.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So all you get, all of them.
Everybody gets the whole thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It has cuts, but it is everybody gets the whole film.
Love it. Love it. One
Thank
final
you so
thing
much.
here. Yeah, of course. One final thing. It was twice that Ist Este Blick. That's where you got off track both times with the soundtrack, because it's for some reason the pattern changes with that one. That's the one thing that doesn't come in where you think it is. It's coming in on 1, 2. It's coming in on beat 3 instead of beat 1.
Yeah.
So you have a little bit less. So it's just gonna just listen to it. Just listen to it.
Ist es der Blick der blühenden Frau? Immediately onto that. Yeah.
Yeah, just circle it and be like, just be on notice. But again, when you have a conductor, it'll be okay. But of course, I guess you don't have one live in this case. I forget. So,
no, we do not.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Pierre.
Thank you, Pierre. Wonderful work.
Ciao, ciao. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next singer today is Isaiah. Isaiah, if you can unmute yourself, let us know where you're calling from and what you'll be singing.
Hi, my name is Isaiah Burkel. Today I'm assisted by my friend Aaron Fagerstrom, and I'm calling from Minnesota, and we will be performing Ein Schwert verhieß mir der Vater.
Wonderful.
Seine Lache pfand raste ich her. Ein Weib sah ich, wann ich und her. entzückend bangend zielt mein Herz, so der mich nun Sehnsucht zieht, die mit diesem Zauber mich zählt, im Zwange hält sie der Mann, der mich verloren hält. Wo ist ein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das im Stuhl mich strenge, tritt mir hervor aus der Brust, aus Mitten das Herz noch schickt. Was gleist dort hell in Glimmerschein, welch ein Strablicht auf der Esche Scham. Des blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht da der Blick. Wie der Schein, so hier das Herz mir senkt. Ist es der Blick der blühenden Frau, dem dort haften sich hinter sich ließ, als aus dem Saal sie schied? Eckiges Dunkel täte mein Aug, ihres Blickes Trolls gleifte mich Tag, war Nacht und Tag. Selig schien mir der Sonnenlicht, dem Scheitel umgliss mir ihr wohniger Glanz. Bis hinter Bergen sie sank. Noch einmal, da sie schied, traf mich abends ihr Schein. Selbst der alten Esche Stamm glänzte im goldne Glut. Da bleicht die Blüte, das Licht vernischt. Nächtiges Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch lichtlose Glut.
Beautiful, thank you. Clay is working on setting up a hotspot to get a better connection. He was here until just about 30 seconds ago.
Okay.
Give us a couple of minutes. He's setting up a hotspot.
All right, thank you.
I just turned off the reverb.
Okay, I think I may be back.
You're back.
Okay, Isaiah, can you hear me, my friend?
Yep.
My deepest embarrassed apologies. I caught so many beautiful, wonderful things. May we start back? Oh, geez. May we start back at Was Gleis dort hell im Glimmerschein? I'm just so sorry.
Oh, no problem.
It was rocking. It was rocking. You look great. You sound great. I'm so sorry. I hope that doesn't happen again.
No problem at all.
And sorry.
All right. Here we go.
Was gleist dort hell im Glimmerschein, welch ein Strahl bricht auf der Esche Stamm. Des blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht da der Blick.
You can get
Sorry, we're frozen again. Clay, you're muted.
Thanks. Sorry. Let me try to make this happen on my phone on my O2 plan. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Isaiah, real quick before we get back into the music.
Yeah, I'm from Minnesota originally. Got my undergraduate degree at Concordia College in Moorhead, master's at Wichita State. Just got off my master's about a year and a half ago now, I think. And really due to the state of everything in the world, haven't had that much real work, but glad to get to do things like this.
Buddy, it's an astonishingly good foundation. I mean, such a great noble tone. Did you have one or two teachers that you really found that nice?
Yeah.
Well, actually, then again, your speaking voice actually it quite matches your singing voice, which is just so noble, and it's a glorious tone, man. Bravo.
Yeah, I have to credit getting that tone of my singing voice from my speaking voice to my singing voice to my current teacher, Michael Sylvester, who I worked with
Okay.
At Wichita State. And he was the person who really got my voice in shape.
It's just excellent. Let me try to switch over here to possibly my phone, and that might actually work better than my tablet because I don't have I'm relying on Wi-Fi here. Give me 1 second, and hopefully this works. What I'll do is maybe
Is it connecting as another person here?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go.
Clay, if you're talking, you're on mute on your phone.
here we go. Let's see how it goes from Was gleich dort hell.
All right.
You press one more button here. So, where?
Was gleich after the
Oh, same thing. Yeah.
Was gleich dort hell im Glimmerschein, welch ein Strahl bricht aus der Esche Stamm. Des blinden Augen
Recording in progress.
lacht da der Blick. Wie der Schein so hier das Herz mir senkt. Ist es der Blick der blühenden Frau, den dort haften sich hinter sich ließ, als auf dem Saal sie steht? Mächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Aug, ihres Blickes Strahl streifte mich da, verneckte vor mich und Tag. Selig schien mir der Sonnenlicht, den Scheitel umbliss mir ihr wundiger Glanz. Bis hinter dem Morgen sie sank. Noch einmal da sie schied, traf mich abends ihr Schein. Selbst ihr alten Eschestamm erglänzte in goldner Glut. Da reicht die Blüte, das Licht verlischt. Nächtiges Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch liedlose Glut.
Bravo, bravo. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, great. All right, we're on Bluetooth here, and we're using just cellular data, so I'm not relying on my Wi-Fi here anymore. Okay, bravo, bravo. I want to talk a lot about these ich-louts.
Yeah.
any of the ICHs and leuchtet. It's like a cat. It's you hiss like a cat, and that's how you make that happen. You might have heard variations of that before. I'm not bravo that I'm not hearing like an American ish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not hearing the hiss. So also some of your longer ah vowels and longer open o vowels, I'm hearing just a little bit of shakiness in the tone. It's a beautiful tone. I just think it could be a little stabler. And I had the same issue about 5-6 years ago when I first started working with my teacher, the great held tenor John West. Within a short amount of time, he solved a lot of my problems by just saying, why don't you rock your shoulders back a little more than they are, present your broad chest up and drop your jaw, and then just trust the sound. It's all open vowels. It's just an all lower jaw thing. Your voice is big. It has to have a big resonating chamber.
Yeah.
So How about, can I hear you say just leuchtet? I want to hear that hiss.
Leuchtet.
Yeah, beautiful. Maybe so you obviously can produce it easily and without even much thought. So now just sort of slap the audience with it.
Yeah.
Leuchtet ein Blitz. I heard also mächtiges Dunkel. So just hiss at me more in general. How about we start the thing over, and I'm going to stop you when I get to this vowel thing I'm thinking about.
Okay. From
Einschwert. Yes,
okay.
please. So, Vater sounded a little wonky to me. It sounded like fa. I'm exaggerating. It didn't sound bad. It just it has a flutteriness to it.
Yeah.
What if you dropped your jaw another? Do me a favor. Either I can't remember if this was Beniamino Gini or was it Bergonzi. I can't remember. But you got two fingers. If you can't fit your two fingers between your upper and lower teeth, and your jaw is not dropped enough for the passaggio and open vowels. Mm-hmm. So, schwer verhieß mir der Vater. Forgive that little crack there. Yeah, just start and do it, the whole phrase, the whole opening phrase. I heard a hard K that time. I heard ich fand es. Ich fand. Just start on ich fand.
Yeah. Go ahead. Ich fand es in höchster Not.
Now, more diction pickiness. Ich fand es. So you're gonna have a T instead of the D, and then you're gonna have then that'll set up the nice separation you need to make sure we hear that. I don't want that glottal.
Yeah.
So ich fand es in höchster Not.
Ich fand es in höchster Not. Waffenlos fiel ich in Feindes Haus.
Good. Find this same C. It's a C, isn't it? It's a C again. Find this house. I mean, you might feel stupid doing it, but it's gonna get the best sound. I mean, it's not a natural place for us to drop our voice. I mean, drop our jaw. It doesn't happen in real life, so it's just gonna feel weird. But just lean into the weird, baby. Waffenlos fiel.
Waffenlos fiel ich in Feindes Haus. Seine Lache pfand raste ich hier.
Good. So this word rache, this vengeance. Yeah. Just like I actually mentioned it to Pierre. I don't know if you were tuned in for that moment, but I heard him sing, Seine Rache pfand raste ich hier.
Seine Rache pfand raste ich hier. Ein Weib sah ich von ich und hier, entzückend bangend zielt mein Herz, so der mich nur Sehnsucht zieht, die mit diesem Zauber mich zählt, im Songe als ihr Mann, der mich verloren hat.
Well, actually, no, I was ready.
Oh,
I was ready to go. It's okay. It's okay. I guess my cutoff. Oh, I was cutting you off so you could gear up for that. I was just being a conductor for a minute. That's all. Sorry for my lack of clarity. Waffenlos Jüdische Feindeshaft einer Rache. Okay, a character thing. I mean, you're quite advanced vocally, man. It's just really nice. It's really nice. Character things. Let's get some character things in here. You're frightened. You're cold when you start Ein Schwert. I mean, why do you even sing the opening phrase? It's because, wait a minute, I've never really felt in all that grave danger in my life, and I've never been more alone. Yeah. And this is the exact moment that I remember Dad said he would have a weapon around here, and I'm not seeing it. And it's just one of those like hopeless moments. Well, then what happens? What can kind of get your mind off of that for just a second? Oh, the image of her, yeah. This feeling stressed who has these weird reptilian eyes like my own, right? and so let's see it on your face when that music changes. Let's see it on your face. Just a moment of getting out of your doldrums, because the doldrums are coming back, aren't they? How about let's start at Waffenlos Hilley.
Waffenlos fiel ich in Feindes Haus. Seine Lache pfand raste ich her. Ein Weib sah ich von mich und her. Entzückend bangen zielt mein Herz, so der mich nun Sehnsucht zieht, die mit süßem Zauber mich zählt. Im Zwange hält sie der Mann, der mich verloren hält. Starkes Schwert, das im Stuhl mich schwänge, bricht mir hervor aus der Brust, was mitten das Herz noch schickt. Was gleißt dort hell im Glimmerschein, welch ein Strahllicht auf der Esche stand. Es blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht da der Blick. Wie der Schein so hier das Herz mir senkt. Ist es der Blick der blühenden Frau, den dort haften sich hinter sich ließ, als auf dem Saal sie schied? Strahlt, läuft nicht da, wenn den Schalken umblies mir ihr lebendiger Glanz. Bis hinter Bergen sie sank. Noch einmal da sie schied, traf mich abends ihr Schein. Selbst ihr alten Eschestamm erglänzte im goldnen Glut. Da leuchtet die Blüte, das Licht verlischt. Mächtiges Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch lichtlose Glut.
Bravo, bravo, baritone. Good. Am I muted? Am I?
No.
Can we? Oh, great. I can be heard. Oh, good. Okay, I took a bunch of little notes here while we were going. I didn't want you to stop. You sounded so beautiful. Entzückend bangen. I need to hear that T at the end. I need to hear also ziert mein Herz, zu der mich nun Sehnsucht zieht, die mich süßem Zauber mich ziert. So the Z sound ought to, because it contrasts with the TS that you just saw in the last phrase. So Zauber mich ziert, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that means like it's seething. As a seed, as the word means seed, ziert. Her sweet magic is just frying my heart right now. Mm-hmm. Ziert. Good. Dir mich, cat hiss, dir mich wehrlosen Hund. Was gleist? I tell you, let's just do that all again.
Yeah,
Instead of me giving you all these things and then making you remember it. Entzückend bangen. So this is back on the second page, I think.
So, just tremolo thing?
You just start right on the pitch. Entzückend.
Oh, there. Yep, got it. So.
Entzückend bangen zielt mein Herz, zu der mich nun Sehnsucht zieht, die mit süßem Zauber mich führt. Im Zange hält sie in ihr Mann, der mich verloren hört.
Good. Don't want to, I mean, it's glorious. I just don't want to kill you on those high notes that you sing perfectly anyway. So a picky thing about a long vowel here that's going to be nice for the Germans. Anytime you have nun or nur, those are going to be long vowels. So I'm looking at zu dir mich nun Sehnsucht zieht, zu dir mich nun sie. So just I don't know, just even though it's an eighth note. Zu dir mich nun Sehnsucht zieht. Good. You don't have to go back and do it. Better on mich. But make sure you just take a little mental image of me just hissing at you whenever you get to any of these places, and I'm gonna tell you about all of them. How about let's start at Was gleist dort hell again, because I think I tell you what, how about start at Wo ist dein Schwert?
Okay.
After the tremolos, after the vases. No, I'm sorry. Let's go back a little further. Sorry.
Okay.
Wo ist dein Schwert? D flat.
Wo ist dein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das im Stuhl mich schwänge, bricht.
For for that whole phrase, I need the fingers.
Okay.
Whoa, do it. Just do it and then clock it in your mind. This is how freaking far apart my teeth have to be for my voice, for my big voice, to have enough room to resonate.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, look at me in profile. Wo ist ein Schwert? Das starke Schwert. Just big old drop, big old drop.
Okay.
Wo
Wo ist ein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das im Stuhl mich schwänge, bringt mir
I liked it all. I liked it all except the first note. Wo. It sounds maybe too close. It just sounds like there's something that's not breaking free with it. So
Okay.
let's do a jaw thing. Let's move our jaw side to side. Wo. I can't really sing right with these. Hey, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm in a studio here because I got both my ears plugged so I can hear you the best way possible. So let me pull these out of my ear and demonstrate. Whoa. So let's do a lateral side to side. Yes, while you're saying whoa,
Okay.
do it.
Wo ist ein Schwert?
Maybe more in that O. Whoa. I mean, yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
You can do an acapella.
Okay. Wo ist ein
But
Schwert?
it's now, I think it's a little frontal. It's a little in the nose, which we gotta love the nose. We gotta love the nasal resonations that happen here that get us through the orchestra. But right here, we need more baritone. I want more of a baritone sound. I want, I can pull them out. Julie's asking me to bring my mic away from my mouth. There we go. Is that a little bit less offensive?
It's so much better. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm sorry then. Hey, we'll leave it there. So,
Sure, you're good.
oh!
Wo ist ein Schwert?
Sing Wa ist ein Schwert.
Okay. Wo ist ein Schwert?
In your voice at this moment, I'm going to ask that you just sing Va ist ein Schwert because that's coming out closer than when you're aiming for Vol.
Okay.
There's something about that part of your voice where it's just going to make sense to open that Vol. It has a better spin and a more balanced sound. So start again. Vol ist ein Schwert, and I won't stop you.
All right. Wo ist ein Schwert, das starke Schwert, das im Stuhl mich schwänge, blickt mir hervor aus der Brust, das hinten das Herz noch schickt.
Good. Going forward, I just want to give you this note before you get to the phrase because I took it last time you went. So for the word hell is going to be very short. Bring in the L sooner. So was gleich dort hell im Glimmerschein, but still make that L sing. So here we go. And also, if you can bear this also in mind, welcher Strahl bricht aus der Esche Stamm. Give me the two fingers for Strahl bricht aus der Esche Stamm. Big jaw. Here we go.
Right.
Was gleich.
Was gleich dort hell im Glimmerschein. I didn't do the hell right. What am I doing? Was gleich dort hell im Glimmerschein, welch ein Strahl bricht aus der Esche Stamm.
That's great.
Des blinden Augen leuchtet ein Blitz, lustig lacht da der Blick. Wie der Schein so viel das Herz mir senkt.
Good. I'm going to encourage a lot more, like a more hollowed out feeling, a taller, more vertical sound going this way and up on what was the last phrase? What was the last phrase you're saying? Sorry, I don't have my score in front of me. Yes, on the word Herz, yeah, because Herz is going to be wide open.
Yeah.
Wie scheint das Herz, Herz, Herz. Why? Just teeth and tongue. Excuse me, upper and lower teeth as far as they can be from each other, because that's going to be it's a hard vowel and a hard note to get the nice balance on. So that's what I was saying. Herz mir. It was just a little Herz mir, Herz mir, Herz mir sein. So the beginning of that phrase, wie der Schein.
Wie der Schein, so hell das Herz mir senkt.
But same with senkt. Herz mir senkt, Herz mir senkt.
Wie der Schein, so hell das Herz mir senkt. Ist das der Blick der blühenden Frau, den Gott haften sich hinter sich ließ, als aus dem Saal sie schied?
That Zal got even though it's not a high note, even though it's not up in the passaggio, I felt like the mechanism kind of didn't let your big voice resonate, right? Do it again, and nächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Auge. Just start on. Yeah. No, just start on nächtiges Dunkel. So nächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Auge.
Okay.
Nice drop, the nice drop jaw on that whole phrase, please.
Okay.
Nächtiges Dunkel. It's a G minor.
Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry.
Nächtiges Dunkel deckte mein Aug, ihres Blickes Strahl streifte mich da, verwirrte war ich mit Tag.
Good. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't realize that I leapt forward. The phrase before it, and I'm so remiss that I got out of the house without my score. But hey, you know what? It might be that I can get it up on here now that we're not using that thing anymore. Let's see if I can just get that score right quick. And sorry, I'm just a touch disoriented because of the earpiece,
No problem.
and then having to get my microphone away. So now I've got you in mono and not stereo, but I'm still getting an idea. I'm still getting a good enough idea of the great work you're doing, and you are to be commended. Okay, well that's taking forever. Yeah, it seems like the internet connection here is shut. But thanks to my data plan, we're still good on the cell phone. So, okay. And I'm so again, I can't apologize enough. All right, go to the phrase that I meant to ask you to do. I'm sorry.
Okay. I think that's,
About a 5-minute warning ish.
All right.
Thanks.
let's just start at ist das der Blick.
Okay. Yep.
Ist das der Blick der blühenden Frau, dem Gott haften sich hinter sich ließ, als aus dem Saal sie schied? mir der Sonne liegt, dem Scheitelung gliss mir ihr wonniger Glanz.
Selig schien mir ihr Sonnenlicht. More jaw on the Sonnen. Give me more resonating space there.
Yeah.
Ja, selig schien mir ihr Sonnenlicht.
Selig schien mir der Sonnenlicht, dem Scheitelung gliss mir ihr wonniger Glanz. Bis hinter dem Bergen sie sank.
Now shift into true baritone mode from selig. Do selig again, but like a just I mean, everyone else cover your ears. Just sing like you're 15 years older, because it's not going to hurt you on this phrase. Selig schien mir ihr Sonnenlicht, die Scheitelung ließ ihr wonniger Glanz. Baritone, go.
Selig schien mir der Sonnenlicht, dem Scheitelung gliss mir ihr wonniger Glanz.
How'd that sound? How'd it feel? Does it feel kind of fun?
Yeah.
All right, let's get this grace note in there. Selig schien mir Sonnenlicht, die Scheitelung gliss. It's a lot of work. It's way more. I started out as a pianist. A pianist to do a little grace note like that ain't nothing, right, Aaron? But for the singer, it's bingo. For the singer, it's like your whole body has to like jolt to make that happen. Scheitelung gliss, Scheitelung gliss, mir ihr wonniger Glanz. You have to do lots of exaggerations. It's all from the diaphragm. Make it happen. Let's do it. Selig schien.
Selig schien mir der Sonnenlicht, dem Scheitelung gliss mir ihr wonniger Glanz. Bis hinter den Bergen sie sank. Noch einmal da sie schied, traf mich abends ihr Schein. Selbst ihr alten Öscheschan erglänzte im goldene Glut. Da bleicht die Blüte, das Licht verlicht. Nächtiges Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. Tief in des Busens Berge glimmt nur noch lichtlose Glut.
Your homework is going to be take your score and draw a little cat face beside every single one of your CHs. Or just, freeze frame here, just my face. And just put it beside everyone in your score if you have it digitally, because those have got to be so exaggerated, and some of them are coming out as a hard K. Neck, tiefes, Neck, tiefes Dunkel deckt mir das Auge. I heard a really hard K there, and on some other places. But yeah, just go in and just circle them all and take them all out of context. In terms of rhythm, but take the pitch and maybe the surrounding 1 or 2 notes and words, and just go slowly through them to feel what all has to happen physiologically to get your tongue to go to a very non-American place and be really frontal and really hissy. And I think you're set, man. It's just really great. Come on over to Germany, man. They need our voices over here.
Thank you.
Good meeting you, buddy. And sorry for the technical difficulties. It's really embarrassing on my part. Take care, Isaiah. And reach out, friend me on Facebook. Reach out to him anytime.
Awesome. Thank you.
That goes for you, Pierre. Obviously, it goes for Charlie, who we're about to hear from. Thanks, Aaron, and thanks, Isaiah.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks, Isaiah. Wonderful singing, wonderful work. Our next and last singer today is Charlie. Charlie, if you could please unmute yourself and let us know where you are calling from and what you will be singing.
Yes, my name is Charlie Berrios. I'm calling from Massachusetts, and I will be singing Winterstürme.
Great, Charlie.
Winterstürme wischen der Wonnemond, im milden Lichten leuchtet der Lenz, auf Linden lüftet leicht und lieblich, Wunderbeben er sich wiegt, durch Wald und Auen weht sein Atem, weit geöffnet lag sein Auge. Aus seliger Weglein sang süßer Tön, Hölle der Düftet haut heraus, seiner warmen Blut emblügen wonnige Blumen, Keim und Spross entspringt seiner Kraft. Mit zarten Zirbes winken Ritter, Winter und Sturm wichen der starken Wehr, wollen müssen dem tapfer streichen der Strenge, die ja fast Trossi und Trab, ohne trennte von ihm. Zu seiner Schwesters Mann, sie hört die Liebe, lockt den Lenz in unsere Busen, barge sich tief, nun lass sie selig dem Licht. Die bräunlichen Fester befreite der Bruder, zertrüberliegt was sie getrennt, die Außen grüßt sie das junge Paar, vereint sind Liebe und Lenz. I apologize.
Bravo, bravo, Charlie.
I forgot 3 words because when I was playing it, I have it on my phone. People sent 2 messages. So I was like, oh, the music, oh, the message, oh, what did I do?
Understood. Okay. Understood. And the difficulties of these soundtracks. Where are you in Massachusetts, by the way?
I live 10 minutes from Springfield, Western Mass.
Okay. Well, I've been out to the Berkshires a few times. But I went to BU. I went to the Opera Institute at Boston University from 2009 to 2011, and I loved it up there. I lived in Brookline, and anyway, had a good time. A lot of good friends there. So bravo! I tell you what, why don't we speak some text? I think a lot of it you've got a nice idea of the lilt. I hear a lot of you must sing loads and loads of Italian, I'm guessing.
Yeah, my first language is Spanish. So Italian is my first go-to when it comes to opera, and that's what I do most of the time. And now I'm incursioning into Wagner.
Very good. So for this is going to be a little more Spanish and less Italian, as far as the vowels go. And it's going to be this is a lullaby, as you know. I mean, you know the whole role. You know how difficult the previous pages are. You know, that's the toughest part. I always say that is probably the 3 pages that would give a baritone trouble. The most of the role could be sung by a baritone, as we've been talking about. But I think that separates the tenors from the baritones, because it's just all those G's back to back, and so anyway. But all that to say, this is next. So just enjoy this time to just, I just got off a production of this 2 weeks ago, and I was literally rocking her. It's like a vegan lead lullaby. I literally had her by the waist, and I was just like, look, everything's changed now. I know who you are. You know who I am. We know who we are about to be together. And she runs over after you've said, feel ich den Schlag in das Herz. And she breaks away from you. Oh, wait, is he coming? Is he coming? Keiner ging, doch einer kam. Siehe, der Lenz lag in dem Saal. And you just go over to her. She's angsty. What if Hunding wakes up? And then you just go over there and you be the lover to her. So let's speak this text in rhythm. Winterstürme. So I would say it's going to be easier than rolling the R and Winterstürme. There's 2 R's. Don't do the first one. Just go Winterstürme. Of course, I've lost my keyboard here. Let's see. Oh wait, now we have perhaps a score, which would make my life so much better. Perhaps we don't, but we do have a piano. Come here, piano. Okay, cool. So now I can know what pitch I'm on. So Winterstürme wischen im Wandermond. It's gonna be combinations of short and long vowels. So Winterstürme, Stürme is gonna be long. So just lean into it, just caress her, just rock. We're just rocking back and forth. Winterstürme and mezzo piano. Here we go.
Okay. Winterstürme wischen der Wonnemond.
Wischen dem Wonnemond. Dem, D-E-M.
Wonnemond.
Yeah, dem. I want you to lean and I want you to give a nice little stress on Stürme. Winterstürme wischen dem Wonnemond.
Winterstürme wischen der Wonnemond.
This dem, not der.
Wonnemond.
So do it as though it were, now do it like it was French. And everything goes to the end of the sentence. Winterstürme wischen dem. I'm hearing the N is not singing long enough. Winterstürme. It's like Winterstürme wischen dem Wald. So Winterstürme wischen.
Okay. Winterstürme wischen der Wonnemond.
Now drop. Let's get that. Let's erase that first R. Winterstürme.
Winterstürme wischen dem Wonnemond.
Great job. In mir.
Im wilden Licht erleuchtet der Lenz. Auf Linden lüften leicht und lieblich, Wunder wenn sich wiegt.
Good. Bravo. Leicht.
Leicht?
Yeah, leicht und lieblich. I didn't hear the T. I heard leicht. I just didn't hear the T at the end of leicht und lieblich, and with the P and not a B, even though that's what it is on the page. So auf Linden lüften.
Auf Linden lüften, leicht und lieblich.
And now leicht und lieb. So 2 of those hard T's at the end. Leicht und lieblich.
Leicht und lieblich. Leicht und lieblich.
Leicht und lieblich. It's all very plosive. Leicht. Now hiss like a cat. Leicht.
Leicht und lieblich.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all you got to do a bunch of bullshit with your face in German. You got to do a lot with the tongue, a lot with the lips, and a lot with the tip of the tongue and the teeth, and it's annoying, but they love you for it. They love you when they can understand your words. They love it. So auf Linden lüften leicht und lieblich.
Auf Linden lüften leicht und lieblich. Wunderwebend.
Great. It's all just a little too clipped. Linden lüften leicht und I want even the short vowels to just have that idea of this sexy French thing that just goes through like this. Auf Linden lüften leicht und lieblich.
Okay.
Try it again, just with smooth, just smooth, not as many valleys and mountains, but just more. Linden lüften leicht und lieblich.
Aha. Auf Linden lüften leicht und lieblich, Wunderweben sich wiegt.
Good. And I get an idea. My idea, and I know we don't have an accompanist, and I know it's tough with the tracks and everything, but I'm imagining this in just a calmer tempo. Linden lüften leicht und lieblich, so much so that you don't even have to rush to get up to that F. You're going to have you're going to have a maestro that's working with you, out in the world. Maybe not when you're doing it with a track, but normally you're going to have time. A conductor's going to give you time to do Wunderwebend sich wiegt. So it's Linden lüften leicht und lieblich, Wunderwebend sich wiegt. So you're just calming her down. You're calming her down. Imagine, just with that pulse in mind and without the feeling that you got to rush ahead to worry about the next thing. Let's just caress her. Let's just caress her really softly. Auf Linden lüften.
Auf Linden lüften leicht und lieblich, Wunderweben sich wiegt.
Good. And again, super picky. Wunderwebend sich wiegt.
Wunderweben sich wiegt.
Even more T than you would ever do in your language. you would never explode a T like that in Spanish, no, would you? But you do it here. Wunderwebend sich wiegt.
Wunderwebend sich wiegt. Durchwalten wird sein Name.
Little thing here. Anytime you have AU, Augen, it's going to be a darker It's not going to be like a father, or a Vater. It's not going to be like Vater. It's going to be Augen. So, what?
More like an AW kind of sound.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Durch Wald und Auen, Auen, durch Wald und Auen weht sein Atem.
Durch Wald und Auen weht sein Atem.
You Italian, you Italian tenor. Durch Wald und Auen, nice and noble, very baritonal. Durch Wald und Auen.
Good. Durch Wald und Auen wird sein Atem.
And now this one, now hang on to that V as long as you can. Anytime in this language you have an H after the vowel, so V and these things, that's going to elongate that E. And V sein Atem. Am I correct, Julie? Do you have the score in front of you? That is.
Yes.
That is VEHT, right? That's okay. So the T is going to be very late. Weht sein Atem.
Durch Wald und Auen weht sein Atem, weit geöffnet lag sein Auge.
And same word, that'd be same AU, Auk. So a little darker, a little more baritone. just nice and round and hollow and just caressing her, just great. And I heard a little. You must you just listen to Corelli like crazy. He was a little bit of a. I heard, and then Del Marco. I mean, you sound like all of them, brother. I heard, it's all more understated. Even it's overpronounced, but like the style is not to be really thrown in your face. So not here.
Okay.
Maybe some of the other arias are pretty bombastic. But you know what the most Italian phrase in this entire opera is for the tenor? For that phrase, you beat Corelli on that phrase. But right here, this is just too subtle for that. So, all right, I have no idea what pitch we're on anymore. Oh, we're still there. It's not very long. It's not the longest note in the world. It's just
Durchwald du now in a bit sein Atem, weit geöffnet lag sein Auge.
Another thing. Sorry. It's ein Atem, and it's not it's ein Atem, so no portamento down.
Okay.
But you'll get that. I don't want to harass you, but just start it. Aus Selge Vöglein. We can just go ahead. Aus Selge Vöglein.
Aus selige Vöglein sang süßere Tönt, Hole der giftet haut raus. Sein.
Now this time, why don't we just say it just at a slower tempo? It's almost, instead of hearing you sing a lullaby, it's sounding like you're trying to get her things together because y'all got dinner plans and you've got to go meet somebody. It's sounding a little bit too hurried. It's just a tempo thing, and it's because we don't have a piano. It's just because so just speak with me. Aus selge Vöglein sange süß ertönt. Just chant it with me like that, just without pitches. Aus selge.
Aus selge Vöglein sange süß ertönt.
Good.
Haut raus.
Good. And it's going to be holde Düfte. It's a umlaut. It's got the dots. Holde Düfte. I think you said Dufte. Just so you know. Düfte. Yeah.
Düfte haut raus.
Good. I'm still hearing a little bit of choppy, the ups and downs, and I want it to be just a little more staid. So let's go from Selge Vöglein, but let's just do it speaking again. Aus Selge Vöglein sange süß ertönt. And there's nothing these people love more than a long süß, the longest vowel you've ever sung. So sweet, süß, so schön. That's a close second place, but süß is the one that you can't get away with. You just got to hold it till the very last possible second. So, Aus Selge Vöglein, just do it like that, please.
Aus selger Vöglein sang süßere Töne.
I'm sorry, I hate that we have this delay. I was just congratulating you, and you thought I was stopping you. But holde Düfte.
Düfte haut aus.
Let's add music.
Warme blüht im Blügen wonnige Blume.
Seinem, with an M, seinem warmen Blut.
Seinem warmen Blut.
Can you check that? Can you check that? Seinen, is it Seinen?
Seiner. Let me check it.
It's not Seiner. It's
It's
Seinem.
Seinem.
With an
Seinem.
M. Seinem warmen Blut. And Blut is a nice long vowel too. Let's see if I can add some pictures to this to make it more fun. Aus selige Vöglein sang süßer tönt.
Aus selige Vöglein sang süßer tönt. Hole der Düftet haut heraus. Seinem warmen Blut emblügen wonige Blumen. Keim und Spross entspringt seiner Kraft.
Good. One second. Julie, the problem is for some reason I can't get any connection to my other device. I can't even access my email on this tablet because the internet is so shot here. But anyway,
If I bring it up on my computer and then share my screen, will you be able to see that? I'll just do it.
Probably.
And then you can try. Okay, one second.
Sorry, I got to find the different views now. How do I find the different views? Pinch out for a bigger view. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at that. It totally works. Thanks, Julie. You're the whiz. Julie the whiz.
Most welcome.
Hang on a minute. I'm trying to scroll down. Oh, wait, you have to do the scrolling, Julie?
Yes, I
Cool.
will. Sorry.
All right.
I'll just try and stay with you where you are.
I'm so sorry too. All right, so scroll up a little bit more to
Just tell me what phrase you want.
Aus selige Vöglein.
Yep.
Hole Düfte Hauch heraus. All right, scroll down a little bit more.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to remember what I heard. No, and now up a little bit. Okay, cool. Stay there.
You were talking about seinem
Warmen Blut. Seinem. So make sure, Charlie, the seinem warmen Blut entblühen wonnige Blumen. Let's hear that one. Seinem warmen Blut.
Seinem warmen Blut emblügen wonige Blume. Keinem Spross entspringt seiner Kraft.
Good. Let's just hear you. Let's just say the words. Just say them in rhythm. Keim und Spross entspringt seiner Kraft. It's a lot of stuff it's so much diction. It's so much freaking diction. And then the challenge of making it into a lullaby. It's enough to make you pull your hair out. Seinem warmen Blut entblühen wonnige Blumen. Do that again, just without pitch.
Seinem warmen Blut emblügen wonige Blume. Keim und Spross entspringt seiner Kraft.
So it's wonnige Blumen with an N at the end.
Blumen.
Yeah.
Keim und Spross.
And this entblühen is an umlaut. Warmen Blut entblühen wonnige Blumen. So it's
Blut emblügen wonige Blumen.
And it's blue and there's no G. It's warmen Blut entblühen. And there's no G. Entblühen wonnige Blumen.
Emblühen wonige Blumen. Keim und Spross entspringt seiner Kraft.
And we gotta hit, this is so picky, Charlie. Entspringt seiner Kraft. Keim und Spross entspringt seiner Kraft. So
It looks like there's a typo. There's a typo in this score, just in case anyone else is looking at it.
Oh, es springst.
Yeah. No,
Oh!
it's a mistake. It's a mistake.
Oh, so yeah, so it's entspringt, INKT.
Okay, entspringt seiner Kraft.
And you can just, and this is another case with the ER at the end of the word, where you can just say seiner Kraft, seiner, instead of seiner Kraft. It's not like incorrect, but it's almost, it's one chance where you can just be a little bit more singery and a little bit less dictiony. Seiner Kraft.
Seiner Kraft.
Good. Mit zarter Waffen. Go ahead.
Mit zarten Waffen sie beschwingt die Welt.
Another case. Mit zarta Waffen. Instead of mit zarter Waffen sie bezwingt die Welt. Try that. Mit zarta.
Mit zarte Waffen sie beschwingt die Welt.
I'm still hearing mit zarter, just mit zarta Waffen, mit zarta Waffen.
Mit zarter Waffen schwingt sie beschwingt die Welt. Winterspur, ich in der starken Wehr. Wollen müssen Waffen streichen der Stränge Türe auf.
So this is going to be an open one. It's not going to be müsste, wohl musste den Tappen streichen die Stränge. Jules, can I get you to scroll down just a little bit? Thanks so much. So it's wohl musste instead of müsste. But good job on getting that. Good job on getting that nice umlaut. in another case, that'd be beautiful. But so it's wohl musste den Tappen streichen die Stränge.
Wohl musste dem Tafel streichen die Stränge, Türe aufweichen, die trotzig und starr uns trennte von ihm.
Good. Now I've got a little secret for you here. When you get to trennte von ihm, you see there's a rest there before von ihm. Before it goes to a different, like a whole different feel for the aria. It all changes right here. So you have a second, and I'm sure your conductor will love you for this. Not only cooperate with you doing it, but love you for it. Have this little dramatic moment where you literally breathe in the spring on that 16th rest. And what I meant with the conductor is going to work with you. The conductor is going to give you time. So this is what I'm talking about right here. Streichen die Stränge, Türe auch weichen, die trotzig und starr uns trennte von ihm. Sexy, right? Be sexy. How about let's go almost. Hang on a second. Let me find the almost den Tappen streichen.
Wollen müsste den Tafel streichen der Stränge. Is that right? Okay.
Some of the words were a little bit weird.
Wollen müsste den Tafel streichen.
Fun. I think that might be
fun. Tapfern.
I think this is a misprint too in this. It should be top fun. Yeah. The one on the screen is wrong. Most of the top fun. Switch the R and the E. I don't know if are you looking at this store, Charlie?
I'm looking at it. I'm also looking at a Peters. Sorry, it should be just. It's okay. It's just they switch the R and the E.
Top fun. Streichen die strenge Türe. So this is another case of just dropping your jaw on that.
In the Peters, it's also Tapfen. I think that's something we'll have to consult with our coaches.
Then maybe and I guess it happened so fast that it'd be hard for even a discerning ear to hear it. Anyway, leave that aside. Streichen die strenge Türe, auch weichen die trotzig. Let's just try to get this nice sexy breathing moment.
Wohl musste den Tafel streichen der Stränge, Türe aufweichen, die trotzig und starr uns trennte von ihm.
Good. So that time, and I know again, rhythm is tough when we're not even in the same continent. much less the same room. Musst du den tapferen streichen die strenge Türe. So I would breathe at the comma. We're going to have to slow this whole thing down, the comma between weichen and die trotzig und starr.
I see.
So you see that little comma there?
Yeah,
So we're going to have to
weichen,
breathe.
right.
Yeah, so try to get all the way there, but don't rush it the way you're rushing it. I'm thinking this tempo here. Wohl musst du den Tapfen streichen, die strenge Tiere aufweichen, die trotzig und starr uns. And so the uns is not as long as you sing it, nor is Trente. So so it's all just going to be a little slower and a little more lullaby, even though it's starting to get a little more frantic. But let's start again. Wohl musst du den Tapferen streichen, die streng.
Wohl musst du den Tapfern streichen, die strenge Türe aufweichen, die trotzig und starr uns trennte von ihm.
I like it. Let's keep going. Zu seiner Schwester.
Zu seiner Schwester schwanger. Oh, that's breathing is difficult.
Hey, but this is better though. This is good. This is actually the part that I would encourage. When you were doing it earlier with the track, this is the part that was actually too slow. So why don't you do the opposite of the Charlie approach? Do all the quicker notes, all the opening section. Slow that down, calm that down a little bit, so you can get all those words in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then this section, feel like it moves a little ahead because those note values are much bigger here. You know what I mean? So you were doing fine. Actually, I think your interior pulse was really great. Was really right on it. So here we go. Zu seiner Schwester. I breathe before Schwan. So zu seiner Schwester schwang sicher. So that's totally legal. I think I'm not the only tenor that breathes there. So yeah, Schwester schwan. So here we go. Zu seiner
Schwester schwanger sicher, lieben lockte den Lenz in unserem Busen, barg sie sich tief, nun lag sie selig dem Licht. Die bräutliche Schwester befreite der Bruder. Zertrümmert, was sie getrennt. Dann jauchzen grüßt sich das junge Paar. Vereint sind Liebe und Lenz.
Good. Liebe und Lenz. Don't Italian that one.
Okay.
That's okay. Don't do it.
Liebe und Lenz. Okay.
Good.
Not romantic.
But you know what? I want to hear you sing Di Quella Pira.
Oh, perfect.
You want to switch gears and do it?
Yeah. Not a problem.
Cool. I think I've got that one. I think that one might have come up on here before we had internet problems.
I got a version in piano, which I'm going to play from YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. Don't say ads. Di quella pira l'orrendo fuoco
just one beat ahead.
Okay. Okay. Ida, I take
So,
this topic
D quella, yeah,
is 3 beats.
exactly.
Try to. Di quella pira lo rendo
Sorry, maybe you were one beat behind. It was actually one beat behind that time. D. There we go. D quella.
Okay. Di quella pira lo rendo fuoco, tutte le fire marciavano, e mi spegnerà occhio fra poco, con la sangue vostro la spegnerò. Era già figlio prima d'amarti, non può frenarmi il tuo martir. Madre infelice, corro a salvarti, o te meno, corro a morir, o te qualmen, corro a morir, o te qualmen, o te qualmen, corro a morir. And it repeats, second verse. Di quella pira lo rendo fuoco, tutte le fibre marciavano, e mi spegnerà occhio fra poco, con il sangue vostro la spegnerò. Era già figlio prima d'amarti, non può frenarmi il tuo martir. Madre infelice, corro a salvarti, o te corro a morir, o te qualmen, corro a morir, o te qualmen, o te qualmen, corro a morir. Madre infelice, corro a salvarti, o te colmen, corro a morir. Madre infelice, corro a salvarti, o te colmen, corro a morir. Amaremi, amaremi,
Bravo, bravo, bravo. From baritone to, singing high C's, man. That's impressive. And also, I think I've literally never in my life seen a tenor have to do both stanzas. They always just skip to that alarmi section with the they usually just skip right to that with the chorus. So don't worry about learning that. And also, when you go up top, is that?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Also, Corelli himself, when he did that recording with, actually, I forget who, it's in B. It's not in C. There's all these different versions. Do you know Pavarotti only did this in B flat? Like no famous tenors. I mean, now of course, everyone listening is going to go prove me wrong or something on the YouTubes. But but I think if I'm not mistaken, Pavarotti only sang this in B flat.
Okay, 5-minute warning.
It's so hard. Oh, thanks, Julie. All right, hang on. Let me plug in my phone here. It might be about to die. Also, did I lose Charlie? I don't see him on the video.
No, he's
Oh,
here.
I
It
still
might be
see you
because
for some
I'm
reason.
screen sharing.
Oh, okay, cool. Corro. So when you're up there in the top on corro salvarmi, so the A vowel does not exist above the staff. It's not corro salvarmi, corro salvarmi. It's an open ah more than it is a pure ah sound. Mamma mia. No, it's mom. Up there, it's got to fold over, and that's going to bring in your head voice. That's going to get the tenor ring. So just try to go, corro a salvarti, corro a salvarti, corro a salvarti.
Corro a salvarti, o te colmen, corro a morir.
Yeah, that's a completely different change. You adapted to that immediately, but not any of the times when you were singing it with the track. But I mean, so bravo. Just everything above stage, everything G and above is going to be a nice little. It's going to be just a darker vowel, and it's going to help you get. It's crazy how it's almost ironic that a darker vowel is going to get you into a brighter place in this part of the voice.
Because in my
Yes.
case, when I do that and you cover it, for me, it's like I lose in my head. I feel like I'm losing volume. Like it
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
feel loud in my head anymore.
That's how it feels, friend. Learn to love that sound. That's going to be a good one. Okay, how about for or whatever the notes are. I mean, those are the notes. I forget where the words line up. But hang on.
O te almeno corre a morir.
Yeah. So if you think it like T-A-Y, Colman, T-A-Y, that'll help that nice tenor hook. Instead of it was more like nice and hooked in and dramatic.
Okay. Yeah. It's like a, well, you know, like a power pressure hose, like that's kind of the feeling.
Yeah, it's crazy because you want it to feel nice and big in your head, but the more big it feels in your head, then the less big it is in the audience. I mean, you've heard that 1,000 times, I'm sure. But these are like the nuts and bolts on how to like make it work up there. But do you want to see? It's just more. I heard it was a little bit too close. It's like maybe. Maybe my memory's failing. But there was something about one of the opening phrases. Can you just start it? Just do it a cappella. Just right on.
From the beginning.
Yeah, just start right on.
Di quella piran l'orrendo fuoco, tutte le fibre marciavan po'.
But now this time, much like I said, when we're doing when we do these 16th notes, like your whole body's got to be engaged.
Yep.
When Isaiah, when I was making the comment to him about getting that, getting those grace notes in there, it's more than just an instrumentalist or a pianist getting that in there. Because all they got to do is ta 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 ta. But we got to go. It's like your whole like diaphragm's got to shake. It's got to be. Di quello ira l'orrendo fuoco. I mean, you gotta shake, man. Shake down here. Ready? Do it.
Di quella pira l'orrendo fuoco.
Good.
Tutte le pira.
And also, it's three G's. Tutte le fibre. Tutte le fibre. So it's three G's. So don't come down too early. Don't clip off the D. The opening D. I'm hearing di quella. No, just di quella pira. Sorry about the mic. But
Okay.
Just don't clip. You staccatoed it. Just don't do that. Di quella pira.
Di quella pira l'orrendo fuoco. Tutte le fibre marciavan po'.
And that's Marseille. Hang on to the A part. Marseille bambo. Marseille bam. The A comes in at the last second. Marseille bambo.
Marciavan po'.
How about hey, Charlie, just practice the octave down. Tutte le fibre Marseille bambo. Tutte le
fibre marciavan po'.
Empi spegnetela.
Empi spegnetela, occhio fra poco. Con la sangue vostro la spegnerò.
Good. So the temptation,
Uh-huh.
the temptation in all these caballetas, in every opera, I mean, literally every one of them, there's going to be this temptation to do with our voice what's happening in the orchestra, but that will wreck your voice like crazy, because caballetas are all about or whatever. You've got to be the cool guy. You got to be the guy riding the wave on top of all that madness in the orchestra. So it's not now. I don't take back anything I said about making those 16th notes happen by some good old body shaking, but that was more of a breath and diaphragm comment than it was a vocal comment.
Uh-huh.
But the voice has got to be. It's got to be di quella pira l'orrendo fuoco. And tutte fibre Marseille bambo. And then when you got to MP, I heard the staccatos come again. MP Spagna. But if you just think, just be cool. It's almost like a Wintersturm thing in the sense of where you're starting and you got to go somewhere.
It's more legato than it seems.
It's got to be twice as legato as the cavatina, because the insanity in the orchestra, it's like there's something about the magical contrast, about all the energy down there, that you just can't let yourself get carried away with that. And none of this, I don't think much of what I've said today has been original at all. Actually, the one I just said basically was a paraphrasing of Warren Jones. I was in Warren's seminar at Manhattan School of Music, and he said the same thing. I think it was, I was working, of all things, this is, of course, mind you, this is 13 years ago. I was doing the Duke with my friend Janine DeBeek, who some of you might have heard of. Janine was singing Gilda, and I was singing the Duke in Warren's seminar, and we were at that addio, addio, and he was like, you'll wreck yourself in the first four phrases if you let your throat imitate the orchestra. So just with these exciting tempos and all this action and stuff, just keep the legato going, and that'll keep you in the game for those 4 long acts of Trovatore.
Uh-huh.
Charlie, friend me on Facebook, reach out to me anytime.
Okay.
And if you got any questions, anything I can help you with, just don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, thank you.
All right,
Wow.
everyone. Thank you so much. That wraps it up for today. This has been just an incredible masterclass. Thank you, all of you, so much for your work, your artistry, your skill. And Clay, thank you so much for your time and sharing the wisdom that you've gleaned along the way with us.
My pleasure.
That is it for me. Once again, thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thank you very much, Clay, and enjoy
Of
your
course.
holiday in Italy.
Thank you, Pierre,
Thanks,
and
Pierre. An honor,
Isaiah
an
and
honor.
Charlie. Wonderful.
Yes,
Thank
thank
Thanks,
you.
guys, for hanging in
Well
there. Thanks
done,
for bearing with me on
everybody.
the things.
Ciao, ciao.